Hello, my name is Jayme Barnard. I'm here to help out fellow colleagues on play testing the clarinet for potential beginning band students in your program. In this video, I'm going to show you things to look for with students with their physical makeup in determining what instrument is a good fit for them. So for the clarinet, I'm going to go ahead and get right into some of the features I look for to let me know if I think that student's going to struggle with that instrument or has the potential of being successful. So the very first thing I'm going to look at is their physical makeup on their face. So one thing I'll look for as I come in closer to the camera is the lip. How is the lip? The thickness of the lip, I think, is important, is a key factor. One thing I look for is not having very thin lips, because that could be a potential challenge. Another thing I look for is the teeth. How are the teeth made up? If the student has their upper teeth, if they're protruding, that is going to be a potential problem with the clarinet. There's going to be a lot of discomfort. Another thing to look out for is the bottom teeth, and that is also if there's protruding teeth, or if their teeth, the top of the teeth, tend to be on the sharp side. That could be some comfort issues or factors that I would look at with that. As far as the bottom teeth being sharp, I tend to have sharper bottom teeth, and I'm a saxophonist and clarinetist, and I've been able to work around that with hardly any problems. So don't consider these deal breakers with that. So to get students started with playing the clarinet, or to testing them on it, the very first thing I'm going to do is just take off the barrel and the mouthpiece and have them try to get a sound on just this. Okay, so very first thing that I do with my students is have them take their bottom lip and tuck it over their bottom teeth, like this. Okay, now how much lip do you want tucked in? Basically what I check out here is where the red part of our lip ends. That tends to be a good estimate of how much lip to have tucked in. I actually just have it just a little bit less than that much. You just need enough to cover your bottom teeth. Okay, so once you got them having their lip tucked over, another thing you want to do is with the corner of your lips, you want them to be firm. And something that I think about is I have the students say, ew, ew. That has a tendency to have that embouchure set for them. It also helps keep the chin flat, because you don't want a bunched up chin when they're doing it, when they're playing. Okay? So once they have formed that lower lip in that corner, the next thing you need to worry about is putting the mouthpiece in the student's mouth. Okay? And something that I look for is how much mouthpiece you want to put in. So it might be kind of hard to see in this video, but there is a point, if you look at the side of the mouthpiece in the reed, where the reed finally meets the mouthpiece. Okay, we call that the fulcrum, or like the angle, where that angle finally meets there. Okay, that's about how much mouthpiece you want to put inside the mouth. Okay, so about right here is where I'm at. Okay, so just remember that if you don't want to put too much mouthpiece in, because that's going to cause an uncontrolled sound. If you have not enough mouthpiece, that's going to basically pinch off the reed, and that's going to pinch off your sound. So again, just look for where the reed touches the mouthpiece. That's about how much mouthpiece right there you're going to put inside. Okay, another thing, when you're setting the mouthpiece, okay, remember the clarinet angle, right? You want it to be about 35 to 40 degrees angle from the body. So just make sure you remember when you're play testing, still have that angle, okay? Because this could be pretty easy just to have that up. Okay, so you got that angle. You've shown the student how to tuck in their bottom lip, firm those corners. I'll place the mouthpiece in the student's mouth, like that. Okay, the next step is our upper teeth. Okay, our upper teeth, I just let them rest on the mouthpiece, right? I kind of think of it like just the weight of your head just kind of setting down. Okay, they don't need to squeeze or bite. Okay, so that's how I would set my upper teeth up on the mouthpiece. My upper lip just rests onto the mouthpiece, and you're going to seal off the air. Okay, so again, start with the bottom lip, corners firm, U, mouthpiece set, top teeth down, seal off the air with the upper lip. Okay, then what you can do is what I call the wiggle test, right? So once they got that set, you can wiggle the mouthpiece around a little bit just to show that they have a pretty good grasp of that, right? Again, you're not squeezing, biting, you're just sealing off. Okay, once they do that, have them blow a nice, long, steady air. I like to think of, there's like a cake with a bunch of candles. You got to blow all the candles out off that cake. So, again, this is all set. Just a nice, long, steady air. Okay, so once you've been able to do that with the student, the next thing I do is I'll go ahead and put the mouthpiece and barrel onto the clarinet itself. And what I'll do is I'll take the barrel and mouthpiece and I'll turn it backwards so it's not facing me, it's going to be facing the student. So the reed is facing you right now, so imagining you are the student, me the teacher. I am going to hold the clarinet for the student that's trying out the instrument. Okay, so again, go over those steps with the bottom lip, placing that in there. I'll hold the instrument for the student. Okay, making sure I got the correct angle, 35 to 40 degrees. Make sure everything's set. And again, just like they just did on the mouthpiece and barrel, tell them to nice, long, steady air and blow through the clarinet. Okay, so again, I'm holding it. All they have to do is focus with their embouchure and good airflow. Okay, once they have been able to do that, okay, I'll let the student try to hold the instrument. So just like we talked about physical makeup of the face, there's some factors here you want to check out here with the hands. Okay, so very quickly, what I look for is the student's finger length, okay, and also the width. All right, so you want decent size length and decent size width of fingers. You also want to make sure they got a nice cushion on their fingers too. Okay, you wouldn't be doing this yourself, you're just visually seeing that. Do they have a good cushion on their fingers? Because that's going to determine if they're going to be successful with sealing off the tone holes on the clarinet. Okay, so the skinnier the finger is, the more of a challenge it is for them to be able to do that. So that's just something to think about when you're making suggestions to them and their families about picking the correct instrument or the instrument that you think they're going to be most successful on. Okay, so once I've determined that, I'm going to go ahead and have them hold the instrument. So what I do is I have them just take their right hand and put their left hand over it. Okay, so I tell them to imagine they're going to eat like a big sub sandwich or they're going to eat a burrito. They need two hands to do it. And this is kind of where their hands should be set. Okay, then I'll grab the clarinet and I will start with their right hand. And again, I'm holding this for them. And I'll place their thumb underneath, okay, the thumb rest. Then I'll show them the rings here where our fingers go. So first finger, second finger, third finger. And you don't have to be very particular where the pinky goes. And you can just have them set it right there where our C would be. Okay? All right, so you have your right hand set, our left hand, of course, our thumb goes right over the tone hole right there. Then again, we have these rings here, 1, 2, and we have this third hole, tone hole right there. That is for our third finger, and our left pinky, I have them rested on their B. Okay, you don't have to be too precise here, other than you're giving them a good general guidance of where our fingers go on the clarinet. Okay, and you want to give the student an opportunity to feel what it's like to hold the instrument. You want to check out their reach. Again, student is most likely going to be sitting down when you're doing this so that they're nice and stable when you're doing this. Of course, you're right there to help hold the instrument at the beginning to get them all set with that. So here, once they have their fingers set, I let the student go ahead and feel what it's like to go ahead and play and blow. They're not pressing any keys, but just to give them a chance to what it feels like to reach, and they feel the weight of the clarinet. They're going to feel the weight of the thumb rest on their right thumb. Okay, so just so the students are very well aware of the factors of holding a clarinet and playing it. So when they do blow on the clarinet while they're holding on it, don't expect the same nice tone that you might have gotten when they just played on the mouthpiece and barrel, because all they had to do was focus on that. Now they're holding the clarinet. That's going to be so many different challenges that they're thinking about. You just give them an opportunity to feel what it's like to hold it and to blow through the clarinet. Okay, so that is my pointers on test playing the clarinet, and hopefully that was very helpful for you guys. Again, my name is Jayme Barnard. Thank you very much.